Hey Taurus, welcome to your tarot session. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for your patience with me. I realized this morning I haven't filmed for you guys in a week, so I was like, this needs to happen. And when I was checking in with my guides for you guys and for me also, I kept getting that this new moon happening today, this new moon in Taurus, is very important for us. And instead of wanting to manifest things, instead of needing to call in things, we are, I believe, working on honoring the sacred pace of Taurus energy. So, yes, we are known, quote unquote, for being slow. That's not something I'm completely agreeing with, because I believe that when our mind is set on something, we can move very, very fast. But we need to, again, move with the sacred pace of who we are. And there's something a little bit slower about Taurus because we are so connected to earth and nature. And nothing is rushed in nature. And I keep going back to this image of a flower growing, a seed growing, a tree, and how massive it can get, how full of life and magic it can be, just a simple tree. But it starts with just a seed. So yeah, it might take years and years and years to become that very strong tree, to have our roots anchored down and feel like we are unshakable. It can take a very long time, but we are getting there no matter what. Again, so today I really want to say that I am honoring all your sacred pace, your sacred rhythms. As Taurus, I celebrate you, again, not only in Taurus season, but all year round. Anytime I connect with nature, I think about the Taurus energy, and it's just, a beautiful thing to have this space to communicate with you guys. And yeah, thank you so much. We're about to hit 7,000 subs already. So thank you. Keep on subscribing, keep on liking and sharing and interacting in the comments. It means so much to me to have this community. And yeah, let's dive into this reading. So honoring the sacred pace, yes, it's a big message for the Taurus collective right now and just all year around. But another message I got, which I wrote it down because I wanted to be sure to not forget about it, was the word space. And when I checked in, what does it feel like? What does it mean? Space. And what came through was, let there be nothing. Let there be nothing. And that felt very uncomfortable. We have the Ace of Cups. Let's honor that. Bottom of the deck. Ace of Cups and Six of Swords. Again, this sense of space, let there be nothing, was a big message from my guides this morning for the Taurus collective. And I wanted to fight this message. I'm not always aligned or comfortable with what the messages I receive from my guides. The messages that comes through the magical practices that I have. And this morning, again, there was like this fighting. I was like, I don't want there to be nothing. I want change. I am craving this Ace of Cups. And for a lot of us, I feel like the Ace of Cups can be just radically loving ourselves, accepting where we are right now, loving ourselves as we are. For other people, it's really craving the beginning of a new relationship, or maybe reconnecting with someone that you miss. It could be wanting to refill your cup. The Ace of Cups can be so many things. But at the end of the day, all the cups and all the aces in the tarot are an exchange of energy. The hand is a symbol of an exchange. So If we don't water our plants, if we don't let the light in, if we keep judging, nothing's going to happen. And sometimes during those period of space of, nothing is happening or letting it be nothing, actually so much transformation is happening. I just think it's under the surface, like roots, literally. Again, I'm going back to nature, but it's so important. Like roots are always growing and getting thicker and getting stronger, taking up more space under the earth. So even if you're not seeing in the material world things changing right now, it doesn't mean that nothing's happening. So this sense of space and letting it be nothing, I think is connected to acceptance and accepting that maybe you're not communicating with that person that you miss. They're not giving you any news. You can feel in the dark about, what am I going to do next? What am I going to do for work? What am I going to do for cash? How am I going to make it here? And with the Six of Swords, it's interesting because we are moving on. We are moving on to calmer waters. And we are bringing with us all the swords. And they do not weigh down the boat in any way. So whatever you're experiencing right now, and I feel like what's happening is that a lot of us are feeling a lack in different areas of our lives. We're all different individually, of course. This is a collective reading, so connect the words to what works for you right now. But there is a lack. There is space. So you see, there's a big difference between saying, I lack of something, I don't have enough of something, and saying there's space here. And my guides that won't stop saying or sending me this message of let there be nothing. That is the practice right now. And it's clearly connected to shadow work of the Taurus collective because we are all about possessions. Our motto is I have. We are the signs that feel, touch, smell. We love just having things and touching things and just experiencing life in that way. And it doesn't make us materialistic. It's just how it is. All our senses are constantly activated. We are feeling things just on another level. I feel even more than other signs. So it can be connected to our shadow work, to this uncomfortable like opposite energy of the Scorpio on the zodiacal wheel, to practice space and just, again, this idea of let there be nothing. And I'm very curious to hear in the comments how you feel about this. Is there a kind of an inner battle going on? Are you fighting this energy? Are you craving something so badly and you wish you weren't craving that? And it could be a person. It could be, again, a thing. We all want something, and that's okay. That's okay. But right now, in this moment, there is a need for space, for honoring the sacred pace. And that is, again, it's uncomfortable to accept. It can be really uncomfortable. So as always, my intros are very long, but this is just my style. And I know some people don't like it. I don't care. I'm sorry, but I don't care anymore. So let's dive into this message. There's a lot coming through already as I am honoring this message of space. And it feels like it's connected to freedom in a way, having the space to contemplate, to really, again, have our roots grow and expand. Seven of Swords and Seven of Cups. So right away we have double digits, 7, 7. I feel like this is already kind of a nudge from my guide saying, hey, something is changing. Something is transforming. And the sevens in the tarot, especially Seven of Swords and Seven of Cups, are always about a feeling of not enoughness. If I only had this thing, if I did something different in the past, if my body was different, if I had more cash, if I had a partner who loved me, if I had this, I would feel so much better. And the sevens are here to teach us that it's not the truth, that this feeling is valid. Most of people feel like there is something missing in their life, like they only want this one thing and they can't have it for now. So they're not enough. It's a myth. It's not the truth. It's what the brain tells you. And also by, comparing ourselves online constantly and having like publicity of clothes and stuff to buy and cars. And there's always more that we need. And the Magician card is here. The Magician card says, you have infinite resources available to you right now. So how are you going to use those resources? How are you using your power, your voice, your knowledge? Are you giving the time to your knowledge to transform into wisdom? I talked about that yesterday in the reading I did on my other channel. I did a special video for the new moon and I was on camera. And I kept talking about this idea of knowledge and how we accumulate knowledge and we learn so much things. But actually wisdom takes so much time to happen. Like, how does that knowledge transform into wisdom? You know all of those things. All of the things that I'm talking about, all of the things coming up in tarot readings, I know you know about it. And sometimes it can be this moment of revelation because you remember something. But I believe it was always there within you. Yes, sometimes we learn new things, of course. And eventually it will transform into knowledge, but you have enough as is, and that's what the Magician is trying to teach us. You have all the tools available to you. But for some reason, what you want is out of reach right now, and there's a lesson here. And that's the important thing. It's the lesson underneath that. Why is it so uncomfortable, so frustrating, and so difficult to accept that I don't have this thing right now? It doesn't mean that I'll never get it. And also, I might not even want it next week or next year. That's the thing with the sacred pace of Taurus. Yes, sometimes good things take time. We know that. But also, we are allowed to change our mind. We constantly transform. Again, the earth energy is like Play-Doh. It's like clay. It's the best way to describe the earth energy of Taurus. We transform constantly, especially when we do shadow work and we connect with our Scorpio opposition energy, or wherever Scorpio is in your chart, if you are a Taurus sun. So what is available to you? And I keep hearing everything. I'm seeing the infinity loop on top of the Magician's head. Everything is available right now. Everything that you need. And maybe you don't have what you want. And maybe you're very unclear about what you want next. It's okay. Again, there's a lesson underneath this about the sacred pace of Taurus. So give me 3 cards. Spirit, give me 3 cards. What is the lesson? Or, yeah, I feel like there's a little contraction here about the word lesson. It's like someone is pushing it away. Like, I don't want to learn another lesson. Okay. What's hiding there? Something different is hiding there. Yeah, the Seven of Cups is kind of shining a light on something better as you are waiting in this space of, again, nothing's happening and you're waiting for something. The Six of Swords is about not wanting this thing anymore. And Seven of Cups is like, there's something better waiting for you. You just don't know it exists yet. Okay. Again, there was this fighting with the word lesson. Yeah, okay. So we have the King of Wands. So more power. And I love that the King of Wands is, knows how to use his fire, knows how to use the magic wand, knows how to work and serve using its element. So it's not because you're not there yet that you cannot do certain things, that you cannot serve, be of service. There's a lot of comparison here. Because I'm feeling like the King of Wands is like this person maybe that you put on a pedestal. This person is so magical. This person has it all. It's like there's a lot of comparing here, and it feels like there's an inner battle going on around that. Like you don't want to compare yourself. You know you are special. You're not here looking to change lives with another person. But there is someone that you put on a pedestal, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I think it's connected to, giving our power away to someone. They have the answer. They know. It could be someone that you felt influenced by, but for some reason they took your power away. I don't know. It's weird, the feeling I'm getting. Again, this little dark cloud, I feel it energetically still, like there is someone in your energy field, and you might not be with them physically, but they feel like a little dark cloud following you around in your energy. And as much as you're trying to not give them your power, they're living in your mind rent-free. And this is someone that I feel you once put on a pedestal, or you put a lot of your hope in this relationship. And for some reason, now there's this space, because the energy of space and nothing is connected also to this person. Interesting. There's a lot of question coming up. Should I turn my back on them? Am I going to be the bad person if I do this? There's a part of you who wants to do maybe what they've done to you, and there's another part of you that is so soulful and careful. It's like, no, I would never do to someone what was done to myself. Okay, there's so much coming up. Again, I feel that there is this person in your energy. Four of Swords is here. So yeah, if you've been questioning, should I distance myself from them? Do I need a break? Should I just let go? And I think the answer is yes, letting go for now, definitely. The Four of Swords is about the oxygen mask, putting it on yourself first always in order to be of service. So it feels like a lot of us are drained out because our mind or nervous system is so busy thinking about a specific person and what they did wrong, and maybe the lack of support, the lack of communication. Even, I feel like I want to say a lack of love or reciprocity or just showing love. That this is adding up to the lack of feeling not good enough or feeling like we're missing something, when actually, again, we are complete. And it's interesting how the Four of Swords, is a card of, it's an invitation to recharge always. Our nervous system needs recharging. But there's also this idea for me that all the fours are a container. And usually when they come up, especially for me, at the center of this reading, at the heart of our reading, something in the mind cannot be contained anymore. There's something you need to express to someone, and for some reason you're not able to do that. Is it because they cannot receive what you have to say? Is it because you had to give up because it's not going anywhere? Or is it a very deep wound that makes it super challenging, super uncomfortable for you to share the truth of what you're experiencing towards them? There's just so much here, and there's a blockage. There's a blockage, definitely. And with the 10 of Wands, good. Slowly but surely, you're going to have those big moments of clarity, which are making it easier for you to take a step back and to not just put this person in a category like they're bad or they're good, but actually see the 360 vision of what happens, and having this revelation of, I can live without them. I am still complete without them. But also there's compassion. The heart is involved with the 10 of Wands always. And it feels like you're saying, actually, we're all the same. And I might not be agreeing with how they treated me. And I might be hurt and pissed or whatever. But at the end of the day, we're the same. They're also a human navigating this human experience. They were once a baby, which is something that I go back to a lot when I am struggling with a relationship. I always remember that at one point we were all babies, and that life made us a certain way. And we cannot blame everything on life and on our caretakers. Of course, at one point we have to realize and take accountability for, being shitty or treating people poorly or whatever. But there's this peace around the heart space. Gratitude in freedom. Yeah, gratitude. Oh, I have goosebumps everywhere as I say this. Okay. Gratitude in freedom. So you are free without this person, but there's still an inner battle. It's like maybe you're attached to the old memories, or there's a moment in time that you keep going back to because it was so special, it was so nourishing, it was just like important, or maybe it's connected to family. So that's another level of difficulty, because we are, a lot of us, and I don't know for you guys, but I know here in Quebec, it's like a cultural thing. The family thing, they're your family, so therefore you should accept everything, especially when it comes to the mother. And that's something I've been talking a lot about with my husband. We've been kind of investigating, like, why is it like that here in Quebec, that there's this mother, the power around the mother figure, and again, the pressure that, yeah, well, you have to forgive, this person is in your family. No, like, I am allowed to say, even if we share the same blood, I'm taking a step back here and I won't be treated that way. So there's a lot of old beliefs mixed in that. That's what makes it even harder to carry and to release. I think there's attachment from old beliefs and maybe structures, and again, family, or again, this attachment to a nostalgic feeling. And again, remember, like Taurus, we are so connected with all our senses. When we love someone, when we experience something with someone, and feelings are activated, it's like we remember the smell, we remember the touch, the voice, and just the sensation. And it's very hard when all the senses were activated to let go. So the 10 of Wands says, okay, put all the wands down. Again, honor the space here between the two of you. Put all the wands down and ask yourself, what are the ones that I want to bring with me? And what are the ones that I should be handling differently? So, do I really want this person in my life? Am I choosing to, be malleable with my boundaries because I really want this person in my life? Or actually, are they always hurting me? Am I always getting hurt? And is it yeah, there's definitely an inner battle going on. It's a complicated situation. It feels like there's someone who's like, how can I just stop loving someone? It's like, this is the energy I'm sensing. Like, yeah, I want to take a step back and I know I'm a lot better without them, but I cannot turn a switch off on my feelings. And it feels like this person do that. And you're not able to do that. It's like someone is just like, okay, the switch is off now. I don't care about you. And it's just not in alignment with who you are, Taurus. You want to have a grown-up conversation, like an intelligent conversation. You're looking for the truth, and they are looking to avoid confrontation and the truth. They don't want the truth. They don't want it. Ooh, damn. They don't want the truth. And I think this is something you have to accept. Yeah, look at that. The Five of Cups is here. Literally, there's grieving around not getting the truth, not getting an honest conversation. And I think there's no trust here anymore, Taurus. There's no trust. Don't let this person confuse you anymore. It feels like Spirit is really wanting you to be nicer to yourself, because it's very easy to focus on what we have lost. I had this relationship, or there was so much potential. We had the opportunity to, be a lovely family, or be partners, or be this and that. So with the Five of Cups, sometimes, not always, Spirit is saying, look at what you have. And by the way, grieving is necessary. It takes the time. It's all also connected to the sacred pace. Grieving takes time. And I feel like I want to say, fuck the stages of grief, because there's just, and I'm sorry, I don't want to swear too much on this channel, but it's like, it's messy. It's not just, okay, I went through stage 1 and stage 2. No, it's messy. And sometimes we don't want to look at those 2 cups that are standing. Sometimes we're like, I don't know. I want to be in my feelings. I want to sit in the feelings. I'm pissed. I want to feel those things. Or I don't necessarily want to feel them, but I have to. It's necessary. But sometimes, and especially right now, I think that there is this calling to focus on what you have, because you're giving a lot of energy to someone that's not here anymore, someone who doesn't even care picking up the phone and asking how you are. And there's a lot of grief here. There's a lot of grief here. It sucks because, yeah, at one point, this was probably the most important for you. The most important, person in your life at one point. And there's still hope. That's the thing. You still have a little bit of hope to reconnect maybe, or to have them finally address the situation and share the truth about something. But I think the grieving is connected to that. You might not get the truth ever. And this is going to be hard to accept. Taurus, we love to know. We love to know everything. We love to investigate. We're very curious. Humans are curious, but Taurus, we're so curious. We want to know. Give me the time. Give me the right time. Even if you hate me, just say it. I don't want to be in the unknown. It's too uncomfortable. But right now, we grow all the time, but especially right now with this new moon in Taurus, being in Taurus season, it's like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of lessons there. We have to stay in the uncomfortable and accept here. There's no way that we can rip off the Band-Aid. We have to heal the infected wound. We have to take our time. We have, again, the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is here 2 times. So this is definitely an important card, an important energy for you when it comes to, again, moving on. Moving on to calmer waters because this person is not with you. And it's weird because on this version of the card, there's no one coming with you. It's just the swords. And again, they do not weigh down the boat. You are not lesser than if you don't have this person in your life. There's nothing missing, really. I think that's one of the lessons here. There's nothing missing. Let there be nothing. Let there be nothing. And the Hierophant is here. So the Hierophant, of course, is us. It's Taurus. It's so many things. And at the end of the day, the most important message of the Hierophant is you are your own wise teacher. You hold the keys to all the doors. The future opportunities. Again, you have everything you need. Not having this person in your life, not having the truth, not having their validation, their support, their love, whatever, it doesn't take any of your value away. And this is a very hard lesson to learn. And as I said earlier, you know this. This is the knowledge. In the Hierophant, we accumulate knowledge. So we know in our hearts that we are not lesser than without this person or without this thing that we believe that we want and need and crave. And eventually this knowing will transform into wisdom. And the card that comes after is the Lover's card. The Lover's card is the sacred mirror. It's the twin energy of Gemini. It's when we are able to see in the mirror that we are complete. That actually what we crave and what we see in others that we admire and want, it's just a reflection of ourselves. And this is where the wisdom really starts to expand and exist within us. And you cannot teach wisdom. Knowledge is teachable, but wisdom you cannot teach. It's a feeling. And it's a feeling that you cannot miss. It will, usually for me, it's a warmth around the heart space. And every time there's something that clicks and I know that I have this, let's say, wave of wisdom. Again, it's very hard to explain. It's a feeling. It's so personal. Some people are going to feel it in their third eye, on the throat area, belly, back. Sometimes to me, it's usually the heart space. And you cannot miss this feeling. It's just so obvious. And it feels actually like the 10 of Wands. It's like this heaviness is becoming a little bit easier to carry. The grief is becoming easier to carry. So right now it might feel impossible. Again, there's an inner battle going on. You know that you are better without this energy in your life. But the body holds the memory, the senses craves the memory and just the validation. And again, the brain, the nervous system is like, you lack of this, something is missing, this person is not there, it's unfair. It's like naturally our brain and our nervous systems are going to fight against that. But the heart freaking knows, Taurus, and I'm getting emotional. It's like your heart knows a secret that your mind can't grasp yet. And it's very hard right now. It really is. I feel like I want to validate how challenging this situation is. But again, remember, your heart knows something your mind can't grasp now. Your heart knows something your mind don't understand yet. You have all the knowledge, you know all the things, you know all the spiritual lessons, you understand, but the wisdom is like, it's the flower that's about to bloom. It's coming up. You will very, very soon feel this weight coming off your shoulders. And I believe it will feel incredible. You know, the 5's energy leading to the 6, leading to, again, this sense of self-love. I am complete as I am. And when we are content with ourselves and when we are in the lover's energy, which I feel is the next step, I'm very curious to see if June is going to bring up the lover's card a lot for us. I really think so. Number 6, a lot of 6s, a lot of lover's energy. It's like we will see something and truly understand, not just knowing something, but understanding it, and it will completely shift our energy. The veil is coming off, the blindfold is coming off, and we can see a situation for what it really is. But right now, you need to be in that space. You need to be in that uncomfortable space of letting the body fight, letting the inner battle go on, but still protecting yourself the best you can. You can do it. You can do it. Let's pick an oracle card. Taurus. I know that this reading felt very specific, but I know in my heart that it will find whoever needed the support. I want to say happy birthday to all the Taurus suns out there. I just want to say that I know that around our birthdays, it can be extra tender to miss someone and to feel like, you know, we're not being seen or we're not being celebrated as we deserve or as we would want to. And know that I celebrate you all the time. I know you don't know me personally, and I know that it's very little what I can give you, of course, but I celebrate you constantly. And I hope that this year we can all learn to celebrate ourselves a little better. Just even if it's just 5%, 1%. Every year learning to celebrate ourselves better and to not need this external validation. And really embody the Hierophant for its magic. We have Afterglow and Hermit's Lantern. Don't underestimate the positive impact you have on others. So right now, you might feel like you're not such a good person to be around. Or I don't know, like maybe you feel like you're not a good influence. Maybe you feel like you're a little bit more negative than usual, or like you could be a little confused. Like, do I want to be around people or do I want to, you know, be by myself? It's okay. It's okay. Again, let there be nothing. And I think this is going to be my mantra for the remaining of the month of May. Even if my birthday is coming up and there's just, you know, almost every year my birthday is on Mother's Day, which brings up so many personal challenges. And I know some of you understands that. And I'm going to repeat that to myself. Let there be nothing, and working with the word space. And the Hermit's Lantern, you will be able to perform any task that lies ahead with ease. So whatever you have to do, whatever you need for, you know, your basic needs, it's like your guides are saying you're going to have enough. You're going to have more than enough to make ends meet, to take care of yourself. But everything that is extra, everything that is, again, about craving, about the validation, about, you know, like I want to say superficial needs, it might not be a priority for you right now. You are learning to enjoy less because less is more. So a lot of you could be called to declutter right now. You know, go donate the clothes that don't fit you. Go donate the things that you don't need. Even if it's just a little something. Like decluttering is so good for Taurus because, again, we are so connected to the physical world and material and what we possess and what we have. Declutter the things that you don't use, the things that you don't like, the things that you're like, oh, eventually I'll fit back into those jeans. Give me a break. Give me a break. Declutter. Give it away. Give it away to someone. Donate it. If you want to sell, you know, a lot of people sell their stuff. Do whatever you need to do to clear as much unnecessary energy as you can. And again, it fits beautifully with this energy of space, making space in your house, making space in your apartment, in your room, in your closet. It's all connected. It will impact how you feel about yourself. It will positively impact this heaviness. It's like the 10 of Wands, the wands that we're putting down and figuring out, okay, what do I want to handle differently? What do I want to release? What am I ready to let go of? Sometimes it's as simple as, again, cleaning out your closet and donating a bunch of stuff. So, yes, there's work that we need to do. There is work happening in this space. And we might not see it visually or be able to touch it and really notice the change in the physical realm. But again, the roots are growing and expanding and becoming stronger and stronger every second of every day. Visualize that. Remember that, Taurus. I'm sending so much love your way. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being the best soul family in the freaking world. I am honored to be part of your bull gang. I'm honored to connect with you all, and just thank you so much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you, and I see and hear you in all your magic. Take care, Taurus.